still the AM Club, and of course, we try to make sure your mornings are special right here on MX24. I'm excited that you're joining us in this conversation. Jay.
Yes, Charlie, what they happen.
I was telling you earlier that I love Manifest. But joining us today on an amazing conversation, tell us about it. What
yes,
are we talking about
so joining us for the conversation for today is Apostle Theophilus Jeffries. He's lead pastor and founder of Ever Flourishing City Chapel. That's EFCCI, that's International Chapel. And Spintex, president and founder of Accra College of Professional Coaching and Training Institute. That's the ACP CTI. Certified Life Success Management Leadership and Relationship Coach. Certified Financial Intelligence and Emotional Intelligence Coach and Therapist. Transformational Marriage Counselor. And today, let's descend on
what conversation are we having?
Financial wisdom.
Yes.
On budget.
Absolutely. Today,
right.
On Lifestyle Daily, we're talking about budgeting right here on the show. And Apostle, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
How are you doing?
Very well. God
You're looking
has
sharp.
me.
You're looking sharp. I love it. You're looking sharp.
Also, I would love to just take the suit right after this. After that. I'll budget right for it.
Right. Now, let's get into the conversation for this morning. But how are you doing, though?
I'm fine. Ghana is cool. My area is fine. My system is fine. So
you're good?
It's cool. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. What is budgeting and how important is it for a person to budget?
You see, in life, everything has control. Your TV has control. The road has control called the traffic light or the speed ramps. Your car has control called the brake. Your pen has control called the cap. Everything in life has control. Without control, there'll be chaos.
Okay.
Without control, there's going to be accident. Without control, there's going to be disaster. Now, a budget is first the control you have around your money. Okay. I wouldn't want to go into all the
technicalities.
Dictionary definition. We want to make it more practical for people to understand.
Right.
So I come with this my own financial lexicon for people to understand that. First, a budget is the control an individual has around his money, around his earnings, your wages, your income, your salary, and then your earnings, which I call WISE, W-I-S-E.
Okay.
Number two, a budget is that boundary which you set around your expenditure. Every river lives within a particular confine so that it doesn't spill over. Okay. If the river spills over, there's going to be a chaos. Yeah. Like the river flow overboard. Yeah. Even the earth has an orbit. It never moves out of that orbit. A budget is that boundary an individual set for him or herself for you to live within the confine of your financial spending. Number three, a budget is the referee. You know, in a football match, there's a referee to make sure that there are no fouls, there are no errors and stuff like that. See, there are financial mistakes that you can commit. We call it money mistakes and money errors. Money mistakes are committed because of money problems and money challenges. When you have money crisis or money difficulties and you are not able to manage them well, you're going to commit money mistakes. It is in the committing of the money mistake that you're going to either enter into debt, either you're not going to recover at all. Okay. So a budget for an individual, a company, or a society, or a nation is that referee that blows the whistle around you when you are about to go overboard. You're about to buy something you shouldn't buy. You're about to spend what you're not supposed to. Because without a budget, you can't even control impulse buying. Okay. The word impulse means stimuli. You know that everybody has what we call financial behavior. Your financial behavior is as a result of how you react when you see money, when you earn money, when you get money. All of us say, Mimi, Kojo, if you receive 1 million Ghana cedi right now, when you receive 1 million Ghana cedi right now, the two of you, your behavior will be different. How you respond will be different.
Apostle, she will jump.
Yeah, she may jump, she may go, maybe go party, change wardrobe, buy a new car. Maybe you may want to go and buy land. Oh.
That's right. Apostle, you are thinking right.
Look at this. But everybody knows that, I have money sense.
No. Please forgive me. It's just an example.
We know.
So your response, how you respond to when you earn money, when you get money, when you receive your financial behavior, and it's controlled by the impulse That's why you buy what you see.
Yeah.
You buy what you feel.
Yeah.
You buy what you sense.
Yeah.
So when people are advertising, they are trying to trigger your senses. Because if the person cannot enter your eyes, they can't get your money.
Okay.
If they don't enter into your emotion, they can't get your money.
Okay.
So you smell the food, you smell nice. Oh, you want to buy.
Okay.
You see the banana, it's so exotic, so nice, so welcoming. You want to buy. Right. So when they are advertising and marketing, they want to appeal to your emotion.
Okay.
So people cannot resist impulse buying because most of the time there's no budget at all. Anybody who wants to fight impulse buying, overcome the war against impulse buying, this person must have a confined budget to control. The other thing about a budget is that a budget enables you to be able to have a plan for your money.
Okay.
You see, money speaks. The reason why most people squander money, they waste money, is because there's no plan for the money.
Okay.
For example, if you don't have a plan for 1 million, which I spoke about now, before the 1 million comes to you, chances are that you're going to use the money recklessly, lawlessly. You're going to waste the money. In other words, the money is going to determine what you use it for. Money shouldn't be telling you what you should do with it. You should tell the money what it should do. So there should be a plan.
Okay.
So once the money comes, your plan absorbs the money. So everybody who even want to control his or her money, there must always be a financial project you are embarking on.
Okay.
If you are building a building, 3-bedroom, self-contained, you notice carefully now that you can't waste money because there's a project going on. So any money coming in, you are pushing it there. You are sending it there. So a budget enables you to make sure that the money coming don't dictate to you. Don't tell you what to do.
Okay.
You tell the money what to do.
Okay. All right. Nicely said. So, Apostle, now we know what a budget is. Controlling. Yes, our financial gains and whatever it is. Now, let's adjective the budget.
Yes.
Rightly. How does somebody budget right?
Okay. To answer this question, I will talk about 3 types of budget.
Okay.
We have to call the surplus budget.
Okay.
We have to call the deficit budget. We have to call the balance budget.
Okay.
Now, the surplus budget is when your income is going to be more, your projected income. When you are drawing your budget, at the end of the day, you are going to spend less. You're going to have more reserve. Those who always have surplus budget, these are people who are able to even grow their business. Okay. Because one of the reasons why most people cannot grow their business is because capital is not growing. If your capital is not growing, the business can't grow. If capital is not growing, the business cannot expand. Okay. You can't move to another location where your capital is so small. It's diminishing. Your business will expand when capital is growing. So when you draw your budget and then there's surplus, there's more, then you reinvest all that you are getting, your reserve. You are putting it back into the business or into whatever you are doing. But largely speaking, a lot of people don't have surplus budget. Even in Ghana, our government, I'm not even sure whether we've ever had a surplus budget. Because as a people, yes, we are always in the deficit budget. That's what the second one, deficit budget, where your expected expenditure is going to be more than your projected income. So at the end of the day, when you draw your budget, because in a budget, there are 3 things involved: your expenditure, your income, and then your demands. So if my income is 1,000 cedi, I must make sure that all my income, whether maybe I earn per day somewhere, I earn monthly somewhere, you have to bring all your income available, all your available income, where you make money, your earnings, your salary, your wages, bring all together. Put all together how much is, at the end of the month, how much are you earning? From here, from that, put together. If it's 2,000, then your budget for that particular month is 3,000. Okay. You are in deficit already. Unfortunately, some people, once they are in deficit, they don't go back to visit the budget and now define between your priorities and posteriorities. There are things that are needed now. There are things that I want. If you draw your budget and you realize that your expenditure is more than your income, you don't have to visit the budget now and then look at needs and want. Because there are some things, it's a want. You can live without it. So you can eliminate them. Either reduce them drastically. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't do that. Rather, they want to see where they can go and borrow money to feed into such a budget. The budget is already in deficit. You don't borrow to feed a deficit budget. Unless that you are borrowing to feed a budget which is business oriented. And the business is a fruitful business with cash flow. Because not every profitable business has cash flow. If your business is only profitable but doesn't have cash flow, you're going to go into bankruptcy. So people should be able to look at it and then don't go to borrow. But even in Ghana, I'm a citizen, let me speak to that. Sometimes our budget, they'll come and read the budget. We are going to look for money to borrow to feed the budget.
To feed the budget that we're not ready for.
Yeah, we're not ready for. Eventually, we're going to go into we will be broke. Your company will be broke if you are borrowing to feed your budget. Your family will be broke if you are borrowing to feed your budget. The country will go broke if you are borrowing to feed the budget. So that is called a deficit budget, where your expenditure outweighs is more than your projected income. So at the end of the day, you are spending more. And you see, when you spend more than you end in debt. When you keep spending more than you earn, you remain in debt. There's a difference between going into debt and staying in debt. So when we teach people how to come out of debt, my focus for consumer debt, because consumer debt is a cancer. That's a bad one. Your debt is spent on consumables, so it cannot work for itself. But if it's a profitable debt, like the money went into a business, the business is able to produce for itself, work for itself, able to service itself, it's fine. But most people, it's consumer debt. And consumer debt is a cancer. It can weigh you down. It can depress you. It can suppress you. It can oppress you. In fact, consumer debt has killed a lot of government workers.
Because they have more, what do you call it, they have more expenditures. Expenditures outweighs their income.
Those days, end of month is the most happiest
no, it's not.
time. Don't you notice that?
Today's 31st.
Now, end of month, what people's face? They are depressed, they are suppressed.
Because the money they are going to earn is going back to
the money they are earning, you have to pay the gali seller, the cocoa seller, the donut seller, the yogurt seller. So at the end of the day, the money left, even most people on their salary, the net, the gross is big. But they borrow. They borrow. So they have deducted this. So even their net, their take home, is so little. So the person is working, is not even happy. Because you know that at the end of the day, the whole man's crowd, what is coming in? Because the borrowing that they went, they borrow to spend on consumables. So I keep advising that although we ask you to spend money, you don't spend money with common sense. I cannot emphasize that. Money is not a common commodity. So you don't joke with it. In the spending of money, in the earning of money, in the usage of money, you don't use common sense. If you use common sense, you end in debt. Because money will dribble you. Money will swindle you. Money will make you poto. You must use acquired sense, which I spoke about the last time. And then what? Expertise sense.
Acquired sense is an expertise sense. Explain it.
Acquired sense is you yourself must be able to self-educate. Buy books. Read. The business you are going to, how much do you know about it? People who are doing business, they know little or nothing about. You'll be swindled. You are going into mobile phone business. How much do you know about mobile phone business? You're going to go and come back broke. So he's going to borrow money, but the money, there's no definite plan for even the money you are going to borrow. So you go and borrow the money before you are not thinking of what to do. Or you are even going to borrow, let's say, 10,000 for a particular business. And they tell you that we can't give you 10,000. We can only give you 5,000. Please don't go for the money. Because your projected expenditure for the business is 10,000. That's what the business can take off. And they said they'll give you 5,000. If you are not careful, you take that 5,000. Chances are that because it is woefully inadequate, if you are not frugal enough, you don't have financial discretion, financial prudence, that money will be wasted because it cannot even fund the work. Or you can start it in the middle of it and then you get stuck. So deficit budget is that one. The other one is called balanced budget, where your expenditure is equal to your income. That one, you are not in debt, you are owing nobody, but you have no reserve.
Yes.
Is that what we call hand to mouth?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just hand to mouth. You are owing nobody, you are also not in debt, but you also have nothing.
So you still be frustrated.
So we call that one, you are ground zero. Some people, they are below ground zero. It means you are in debt. Some are you are on ground zero. It means that you, DHLA,
nothing is happening.
Yeah, you don't owe anybody, and you also don't have anything. You are neutral, like your car in a neutral gear.
So the perfect is surplus.
Yeah, the perfect is surplus. That's the only way to grow money. That's the only way to grow your business, grow the country, everything. Ghana government, at the end of the day, when they are reading the budget, we should have surplus. I read was yesterday that GRA said they have their revenue excess. Yeah. I keep reading that always their projected revenue, there's more. They are able to get more than they have projected. But the more that they have gotten, at the end of the day, where is it going? Because our expenditure for the government machinery alone, look at AFCON that we are talking about.
Don't break my heart.
Yeah, look at AFCON. Look at the budget that was
more than what we were going to win at the end of it.
You understand that? So you can see that is a deficit budget. Individuals creating loopholes and leakages around the system to loot. Because the only way to track leakages around your money, around your fund, is to have a well-defined budget.
Okay.
Because there will always be leakages around your money.
Wonderful. Now, how can individuals establish a realistic budget that aligns with their financial goals? Because you were teaching that earlier. Yeah, so please go.
You see, for individuals to be able to establish a realistic budget, the thing starts with individuals. You must be intentional. You don't have to use the law of intentionality. Because the reason why people don't budget, let's go there, the myth is that one, I don't even need a budget. Now, but to some say, I don't even earn enough. See, you will never earn enough. We don't grow big to manage well. In financial education, you don't need to wait to become big before you start budgeting. Okay. Even if you earn 200 cedi, you have to start budgeting from there. Okay. Because you must start managing well to grow big. Okay. If you don't learn how to manage on 100 cedi, how do you manage on 200? How do you budget on 300? So people have the myth that, because I don't earn that much, it's small, it's little. You have to grow through the system because budgeting must become a practice, which become a habit. If it's not a practice becoming a habit, you can't go anywhere because a habit is a repeated action. So when you repeat an action over a period of time, it becomes part of you.
Yes.
The way we brush our teeth, when you wake up in the morning, it becomes a habit. You just straight away go. So most of the things we do it based on impulse, like repeated, because it becomes a habit. So budgeting should become a habit. People should be intentional. Start with the little you have. The 100 cedi budget on it. Okay. The 200 cedi budget on it. The 50 cedi budget. Anybody who spend money, anybody who use money should be intentional. So the first thing is the intentionality. Okay. The second thing is financial discipline. Because if you're not financially disciplined, you cannot even respect your budget. We can help you draw a nice crafted design, gorgeous budget. But it's not just about the budget. Yes. Your ability to respect the budget. Okay. You understand that one? Some people are financially indisciplined. That the budget is there, but they will ignore it. Because you don't become big by what you know. You become big by what you do. So you know about budgeting, you draw the budget, but you must do it. So it is not what you know that benefits you. It is what you do. So people should have financial discipline. Discipline yourself. Discipline your appetite. Discipline your eyes. Discipline your nose. Discipline your senses. Because the things you smell, the things you hear, the things you see, you'll be tempted to go overboard. Yeah. To overspend. So people should be able to have financial discipline. Because without financial discipline, there's no financial freedom. The road to financial discipline starts with financial freedom, starts with financial discipline. So individuals to be able to set realistic budget, it starts with being intentional. Two, you must have financial discipline. Okay. Number three is that you need to have what you call financial wisdom. You see, when you understand money and how money works, it's easy to budget. Okay. You see me here, nobody needs to convince me to budget. Okay. Because I know what is money. I know what money can do to you. I know that money that you don't budget for will be wasted. Yeah. Money that you don't regulate will regulate you. Okay.
Then you are that big brother that I have to bring a whole plan before I can collect my
money. Yes. It's very important. Oh, yes. Even parents should be able to help their kids that they must earn money. Yeah. Yes. Start helping them to earn money. That when you sweep the whole house, this blah blah blah, you earn this money. Yes. When you do when you develop that mindset of earning in keys, they grow to respect money. Yeah. But those who, I need 200, they give them. They grow, they don't even respect money. So those people they are reckless, they are lawless, they are shambolic spenders. They are also called the star boy. Yeah, you must impress everybody. And that's another key thing people cannot budget because you must always impress people. And it's a very bad behavior.
Impress people.
So you've given us three keys.
Not impress people. Yeah. Yes.
So we have three keys there.
Yes, you said in budgeting, right?
Yes.
In being strategic about it, you have to intentionally budget.
Yes, you must be intentional.
Very intentional about it. And you also told us that financially disciplined. You have to close our senses, put password on all of it, and make sure we don't have access to that password.
Well, of course.
And then we should have financial wisdom
Yes.
to read and learn and know more about budgeting.
Yes. But let me add to that. We are be practical. So the first step is number one, gather all your income invoices.
Okay.
Know how much you earn at the end of the month.
Okay.
Some people don't know how much they earn. You don't know how much you have. And when you are budgeting, we call two types of income: realistic income and assumed income. Assumed income are money that you are hoping you will get. For example, you work here, your salary is constant. At the end of the month, you're going to be paid. That you are sure about it. Somebody is owing you, promise to pay you at the end of the month. That money you are not sure. The person can disappoint you. They promise you a pay raise. That money you are not sure. So when you are budgeting, you must separate between your realistic income, which you know is definite.
And you assume.
And you assume income, which maybe somebody may even dash you some money.
Can we call that one faith money?
Well, if you're a Christian, you can call that faith. You are speaking. I know that. I know I'll get some money.
I'll get some money.
Yeah. You don't always go that tangent, else you end in debt. Seriously. So in assumed income, you don't spend assumed income in your budget. You put it aside. If it happened, then assumed income should go into your contingency account for your emergencies. So people should be able to gather all their income, where you make money from, how much you make, and be real to it. Don't lie. Don't, be factual. Be realistic. Don't lie to yourself. Then number two, you must separate between your needs and your wants for the month. Be realistic about that. The things you need this month, what are they? And the things that you want this month, what are they? And then the things that you must do.
Very important.
Very important. And the things that you can do without. The third thing I will talk about is that separate between health, wealth, and leisure. So you must have a budget for health. Maybe your health, hospital, medication, and stuff like that, which cannot be negotiated. That one, that's why it falls between, we call two kinds. The fixed budget, which can't be changed. So health should fall into fixed budget, that you can't change it. Some people don't have the fixed budget. Fixed budget is for things that must not be tampered with, like a health. It's critical. Your children's education is a must. So that is a fixed budget. Then the flexible one, that one you can toss in between. You want to buy 1 kilo of rice, you can toss in between. You understand that one? You want to maybe, you want to buy a new car. The old one is there, you can always postpone. So always distinguish between fixed budget and then flexible one. And I'm saying in the fixed one, there are things that you cannot negotiate. It's a must. They are crucial. They are necessary to your survival. Like health, I'm stressing on that one. You cannot jeopardize your health.
You never know where you get sick.
Yes, so as for health, it's very important. Kids' education is very important. Your rent is fixed. There are a few areas I don't help people with, like rent. Do you know why?
Why?
Because once you pay your rent, you have 12 months to prepare. So what were you doing all these 12 months? Yes, it means that you are financially indisciplined or just a shambolic spender. Because every month there must be an allocation for your rent. Every month, be disciplined like that. Every month, an allocation for your rent, because that's where you stay. When you don't have a place to lay your head, you'll be confused. A confused head is a confused man, because the mind is the man. If the mind is sound, the man will be stable. If the mind is sound, the man will be what? Realistic. But if the mind is not sound, the man will be unrealistic, will be erratic, will be dramatic, will be all over the place, and you can't do very well. So where you lay your head, you might need to have a plan for it. So people who don't have a plan, sometimes it baffles me. They spend almost everything. They buy data on their phone every day, all those stuff, but you put in budget for your...
At least a good percentage should be good.
Yes. But finally, to make it quite simple for people, we made something 70-30 principle. What that means is that in your budget, 70% of what you earn, you use it on all your needs and your wants. Then 30% divided into 3. 10% goes into your savings. 10% goes into your contingency. And 10% goes into charity. If you are a Christian, we call that your tithe. If you're not a Christian, you must always give back to society. But if you're a believer, 10% go to your your check. So that's also a simple way to factor in when you are doing your budget. 70% of all your income spent. Then 30% divide into 3. 10, 10, 10. 10% for into what? Into your savings.
Yeah.
Because a part of what you earn is yours to keep.
Yes.
If you are not saving a part of what you are earning, very soon you're going to have a financial difficulty because your financial future depends on what you save today.
Yeah.
Money tells you that if you save me today, you'll be safe tomorrow. If you respect me today, I'll respect you tomorrow.
So you are earning, but you are paying yourself.
Yeah, you are paying yourself. So pay yourself. Most people don't even pay themselves. They pay everybody apart from themselves.
Okay, so you're still logged into the AM Club right here on MX24. We're talking budgeting, right? And Apostle is here with us. So in case you just tune in, that's the conversation right here on Lifestyle Daily. But Apostle, with every sphere, we realize that there are shortcomings, there are pitfalls here and there. I'm sure with budget, right, too, there are pitfalls.
Yes, of course.
Can you pinpoint some of them and also how we can overcome them as well?
You see, one of the pitfalls in budgeting is that most people have to call, like, I always say that every accident is caused by 4 things: overconfidence, forgetfulness, inattentiveness, and carelessness. So most people fall into this pitfall. They are overconfident. Oh, I know myself.
I won't touch this money.
I won't touch this money.
Mimi! Hey, I love the way you are.
I might train some stray bullets.
But I believe myself.
You see, so most people overconfident.
Yeah.
I believe, this money, I won't touch it.
I know.
So that's why people also don't even buy fixed deposits.
Yeah.
That's why even the bank, in investment, there are some investment portfolio called fixed. They make it difficult for you to access the money. That's why most individuals must also make sure that you don't always make money easily available for yourself to have access. This Momo thing have made us use money recklessly.
Momo is not a fixed budget.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, it has people because you have access to the money easily. That's why there are 5 places when you are going, you don't carry enough money. But when you are going for funeral, because funeral is an emotional ground. Yeah, people are going to be crying. People are going to be moody. They will appeal to your emotion, and you want to sympathize with them. Yeah. And a good sympathy, that gives a lot of money. Money that is meant for your child's school fees, you're going to give a funeral grant. I'm not saying don't give there, but you have to be very financially frugal. So when you are going there, when you draw your budget, you don't carry enough money when you are going to a funeral grant. Number 2, you are going for a birthday party, celebration. That is also a place of happiness. Yeah. Because when you are too happy, you may overspend. And when you are too sad, you may overspend. So you must make sure that any place that your emotions are going to be overbar, you must be careful how much you carry. You carry little money, make it difficult for you to access the money. Okay. Are you understanding me? Yeah. Most people don't make it difficult. They make it easy to access the money. So you spend it. You squander.
Like linking your mobile money to your bank account.
Yeah. But of course, that's why I said the discipline is there. You see, that's why even if you are a man, women love money. Women, the middle name for women is called money.
Money is called money.
When you call a woman, you don't call money, the name is not complete.
Yes. Like Miriam,
the best way to make your wife happy is to give her money.
Yeah.
If she's not happy, give her more money. Yeah. If she's still not happy, give her more money. Yeah. You understand? Somebody says that women are the greatest motivation for making money.
Yes.
So if you marry a woman who doesn't like money, you'll be poor.
Yes.
You see, why am I saying this? So husbands, sometimes don't make money too available, seeable by your wife.
Hey.
Enter there.
You understand that one? Don't make it too, because when she sees the money, she want to spend. Yeah. Women just get excited seeing money. They are exciting, they are enthusiastic, they are courageous, they are bold, they are blabbing. When they see money, as if they have made it in life.
Oh, heaven will
Yeah. So you, as a husband, sometimes you don't make it too visible for them to see. Yeah, I say hide it small. I'm not saying be stingy or be a miser. That's not what I'm saying. I'm bringing some discipline, some regulations here. You understand that one? You understand? So the pitfall is overconfident. Number 1, you are overconfident that I will not spend it, but you spend it. The second one is forgetfulness. You forget to budget. That's why a budget that you have not written, you cannot. Don't keep your budget inside your head. Okay. Those who think on paper think better than those who think inside their head. Because your thought must be expressed. A thought is a silent word. When you write it, it becomes documented. A documented plan is a plan that can be regulated, that can be measured. Because if it's not measurable, it's not manageable. You must be able to measure it, to manage it. So it must be documented. Don't forget. So most people forget. Oh, it's in my head. No. Even if as a woman, you are going to the market or the grocery, you want to check your house, what and what is not there. You pick pen and paper. Oh, this is not there, this is not there, this is not there, this is not, blah, 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 blah. And then this one I'm going to buy. I'll buy this, I'll buy this. So a woman who thinks on paper thinks faster, thinks smarter, and thinks more better than the one who just thinks inside the head. Because a short pencil is always better than a long memory. So people also over forgetfulness. You don't pay attention. I'm serious. People don't pay attention to how much they are spending. If I ask now, people, your friend, ask them, how much do you spend on data?
Can't tell.
You're not attentive to your expenditure. Your field of spending, you should know. How do you pay attention to the prepaid in your house? How much you spend? Like how much? Do you regulate it? You should know it. You should pay attention to all these details. Most business people don't even pay attention to all this detail. They spend as pay as you go. And pay as you go is always expensive. Even this data thing we buy. If you don't bundle and you want to do pay as you go, it's even more expensive than that. So the last one is carelessness. People are just careless. Carelessness is when you are not regulated by anybody and yourself. You don't obey laws. You don't obey principles. You just do as you like. You just do as you feel. You just do as you think. You are careless. You can't be careless with money.
Money will be careless with you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with money in your spending. So most people, these are some of the pitfalls that I just put into 4. Overconfidence, forgetfulness, inattentiveness, and carelessness. The other thing I want to mention about business owners is that they do what we call, they spend projected income.
Okay.
Your projected income is when you have received a contract. And you, like I said earlier, you draw your budget. And you are assuming that, oh, this contract is going to get me so and so and so amount of profit or dividends. That's projected. It's a pitfall. He will spend it. Before the money comes, he has spent the money. But the money has not yet arrived. What happens if you couldn't make that money? You are going to go into debt. You are going to go broke. The business may even close down. Sometimes even the contract may not even come at all. So spending projected income in your budget is a pitfall that they must watch out for.
All right. Before we get into the next question, which Mimi will definitely ask, just coming back to the 70-30 that you spoke about, where does the rent part lies?
Okay, the rent part lies within the 70.
The 70? Yeah. Okay.
All your spending, your food, your grocery, your water, your all those stuff, all is in 70. When you follow this principle, believe in the next 10 years, anybody who religiously, that was religious because you need consistency and persistence. I will explain. You persist to raise 1 million. If you stop, the 1 million will reduce. So you persist, you must be consistent. Consistency keeps you growing. Persistency will get you there. But most people, they are just consistent. Maybe you want to buy a new TV set. So you were consistent to put money aside for 3 months. After that, you stopped. Do you understand that one? You are consistent to raise your capital. After that, you stop. But when you are only consistent, you are not... You are only persistent, you are not consistent, you cannot keep growing. So people should understand that persistency and consistency in saving is key. Just 10% of your earnings for the next 10 years, you'll be financially stable. Yes, it's a discipline you must have. And don't tell me I don't earn enough. 95% of human beings on earth will never earn enough to save. Because the demographic shows that 5% of the world population controls 95% of the world's wealth. And they have money to spare. The rest 95% of the human population on earth, we are left with only 5% of the wealth. So you must manage either microscopically or telescopically or periscopically. They are all necessary for you to be able to. So you will never end enough. And you see, there's a law called the Parkinson law. That law says that your desire to spend always grows with your earning ability. So because if you are here today, they say they are going to increase your salary by 100%. If you're not too careful, by the time you are walking out to the studio today, you start spending the increase.
Yeah, the increment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a study also shows that 50 millionaires in Europe, in a particular country, I forgot, they earn as much as the rest who are broke. The difference is that they had a culture of saving. Okay. And most people don't have this culture of saving. Most people who are broke, they earn as much as you. Somebody came to me the last time, he earns 1,500 a month. 1,500. He's a young man, living in a single room, earning 1,500 a month. But the guy is broke to the stupor. I said, no, something is wrong. Because I took him through
rudiments.
Yes. And I realized that no. Because 1,500, young man, you don't have a wife, no kids. Oh, come on, something's wrong. Financially gross indiscipline or illiteracy. Most people, if they can actually be disciplined, follow their budget, you can do well.
Okay, so the 30, once again, is... I just want you to get back to it.
70 is for all your expenditure. Okay. Your house, your food and everything. Yeah. Then the 30 into 310. Okay. 110, 210, 310. The first 10 is for your saving. 10% you must save, pay yourself. Yeah. Then 10% for your contingency account. Okay. The only reason why you can easily overcome financial crisis is because you have an emergency fund. Okay. Because life is such that life can hit you at a point you least expect. Yes. Yeah. Life can knock you down at a time where you are not even prepared. Yes. So most of the time, there are financial accidents or all over the place that you are not prepared for. Yeah. What do you do? Yeah. And it's difficult even to go and call people for money to beg. Yeah. So when you have an emergency fund, we call it contingency account, you resort to your contingency account. Yeah. In times of that, most people don't have that. So 10% goes into that account to cater for emergencies around your life, your business, and your country. Okay. And then 10% is for your tithe. Okay. As a Christian, as a child of God. Yeah. If you are not a child of God, you're not a Christian, you don't believe in church, whatever, it's for society, charity. You must give back.
Okay. All right, Mimi.
Well, so how do different life stages impact budgeting strategies from young professionals to retirees?
All right, so you see, life is in stages. Men are in sizes. So a time comes in your life, you cut your coat according to the face you are.
Not even according to your size.
No. In fact, let me rephrase. Yes. You even cut your coat according to your available material.
That's good.
You understand? Available material. Because there's a season of your life, you must have what you call 0-1-0. Do you understand 0-1-0?
0-1-0.
No breakfast, lunch, no supper. There's a time of your life, your cocoa, you can only have Awusa cocoa and only granite. You cannot have bread, you cannot have egg. No, that is where you are, that's the level you are. You must understand that. We call something downsizing. Do you remember Ghana when the thing was a bit serious? They came with domestic debt exchange and all those, so they said we're doing haircut. Haircut means that they want to downsize. Yeah. They want to reduce. So individuals must understand that life comes to you in different phases. There are phases of your life, see, you can't eat as much as you want to eat. There are times a whole month you can't drive your car recklessly. Yeah.
Because if you try it.
Yes, you can't drive your car recklessly because that's a phase. So you must be realistic to yourself. So it's true, different phases of our life impact on us. As a single young lady, you are thinking of nobody. It's different than when you are married. As a young man not married, once you are getting married, you have more responsibility. So the young man who is not married and the young man who is married have two different lifestyles. And it is their lifestyle that's going to determine their financial stability. It is lifestyle that to keep you broke. The poor have a particular lifestyle. The rich have a particular lifestyle. If you want to become poor, just mimic the lifestyle of the poor, you become poor. So there is a phase of your life when you are married, you must understand how to spend. Some things you can't spend on again. You cannot even go to a restaurant every weekend as a young man, order the fufu, order the gizzard, and just eat. No, your kids are home. So the truth of the matter is that every phase and every stage, you have to be readjusting and adapting. Two ways, adapting and adopting. And then you adjust to the phases and you cut your coat according to the available material. Not according to your size. Because I know that, oh, you were a big man, but now you're no longer a big man. They were paying you before 5,000. Maybe now they are no longer paying you 5,000. The reason why a lot of musicians and celebrities go broke, can I say it?
Say it.
Is because when they are in their prime, they have a particular lifestyle. He lives in a 6-bedroom house. the electricity bills there alone to keep that house running is high. Now, you start dropping, you're no longer in your prime. You don't make the money as you used to make. You can't live in that house again.
Yeah. You have to move.
You have to move.
And unfortunately, life has happened.
Yes, but if you keep living in that house, the expenditure for that house is way above your earning now. You have to be wise enough to downsize. Sell that house, move to a smaller house, see a financial consultant. You can sell that and then they'll spread for you that, oh, if you have maybe 2 million, you can spend, just say, 5,000 every month. For the next 20 years, you'll be okay. With a good financial plan. But most of them don't do that. He still wants to keep impressing people that I am still there. I'm still on top.
The boss.
Yes. And that's the ego. Because ego allows you to overspend your money, to impress people.
Yeah.
To want to show that you have arrived. Let me tell you, when you are broke and you still want to impress people that you are rich, you enter perpetual debt.
In fact, because there's no rising from there. There's no rising from there. Anyway, let's move on from this.
Good. How does technology come into this whole thing? Because how would technology, because we are moving into that sphere.
Yeah.
Everything is tech. So I'm talking about the improvement or the tools or the apps that may help us in budgeting right.
Yeah.
How does technology come into play?
You see, we may mention all the apps that go Google Play, download this app, it will help you program, blah, 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 blah.
Plan your life.
Plan all those stuff, to plan it for you, all those stuff. Can I say this? It's not automatic, it is workomatic.
It's what?
It's not automatic, it is workomatic.
Workomatic.
Because
you need to work it out.
Yeah, you have to work it. Behind every auto is the worko. And behind the worko is the human mako. A human being must program the auto.
Auto.
A human being must program the artificial. So although we can mention, that's why I want to be more practical. Okay. That you can mention this app, technology, of course, it can help you budget. Of course, it make it easier for you. Go on the app Play Store, you can get this app to help you rearrange your expenditure, your grocery, blah, 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 blah. But it's just something that you can just, even if you're not there, you can't even do that. Because it's a bit cumbersome, a bit time demanding, a bit a little pressure on you. Mentally it's draining to sit down and key in your stuff like that. It's very, very, that's why people don't even do it. Why people cannot even track their finances? Because if you are back today, you left the house, I don't know how much you took. But by the time you are returned, how much is left? You should be able to sit down and document and find out. I took 10,000. I returned home with only 4,000. It means I spent 6,000.
What did I use the 6,000
What did I use the 6,000 for? What did it go into? It went, I bought this, I gave. You should be able to track it. If you can't do that, you can't be financially sound. Which
means you spend on things that are at the point not
Yes. So people so the discipline is more important. The human factor to be disciplined, to see, even with that technology, with your pen and paper.
Great. Apostle, thank you so much. You're still educating us on, I wanted to call this financial literacy class, but we are talking budgeting right here on AM Club. Now, how can someone navigate unexpected expenses without derailing their budget?
Oh, as for unexpected, I mentioned that I have a contingency account.
Okay.
That is the safest.
Okay.
Without a contingency account, you want to go and look for people who will borrow you money, who can I call? Then you pick your phone. You are going to Zinzone, they will call you. Somebody is even trying to dial your number now to call you to borrow.
Okay.
Is this prophetic?
Yes, of course.
Off that phone.
Let me tell you this. You see, life happens to all of us.
Yeah.
Somebody have seen you that you have moved to a new station.
Yeah.
Yeah, new money has come. Yeah. Something has come. So
something has changed.
Something has changed about you. So expectations around you have increased.
Right? Yes. Is it advisable to involve financial advisor in budgeting process? And if so, when and why?
Always important. You see, your financial health is key. Many of us this year have started. You went to see your doctor to check up whether you are physically fit. Yeah, and then they run a check on your brain, on your health, on your kidney, on your lung to see whether there are some discrepancies within your body so they can detect it quickly and then you are safe. How many of us go to see a certified financial consultant or advisor to run a scan on your finances, how you spend money, how you earn money, to see whether, hey, you're about to make some mistake? Because we call something financial discretion. Financial discretion is what allows you to foresee future errors that you're about to make while your business can go bankrupt. So whether it's advisable, I would rather ask this question: is it advisable to go and see your medical doctor for a checkup?
Absolutely,
periodically. If it is yes, then it's necessary that people have certified financial consultant that they go to see periodically. Financial mentor, especially you are starting a business, because I keep saying that a certified financial consultant knows what you don't know. Yeah, they don't operate on common sense. They know what you don't know. They can tell you the mystery behind the stuffs. But you, with your normal eye, you won't see it. You are going for a loan. You need a financial consultant to be able to advise you. But if you go with your common sense, you may be swindled. You may be doing that. So that's why even when you are going to court, you need a lawyer. People will say, "Oh no, I'll say nothing until my lawyer is here."
Yeah.
Why? You may implicate yourself. So the same way financially, most people implicate themselves because they just use common sense. And I said, don't use common sense to handle money. You'll be swindled. So it is advisable always, every time, periodically, quarterly or weekly or monthly, quarterly, yearly, you have to make sure you have a certified financial consultant who is advised, especially about to make a major financial decision. Don't do that on common sense.
Okay. Apostle, quickly, just to wrap it up right here on this conversation, it's been very, very educative.
Very.
I know.
You saw me with my pen and my book.
Yeah. I'm jotting the
This
notes.
year,
Why do you think I kept on asking about the 70-30?
So this year in my church, we have our theme is expansion.
Okay.
And one of the things my father said when he was preaching was like, this one I'm coming to say, I know my daughter is the first conference, but she will learn. He says, if you don't learn how to manage your finances, the expansion will come, but nobody will see it because it will waste.
Yeah, of course.
So listen, this education was personal.
Okay.
And so if you realize, I was really just taking my time listening.
Of course.
Let's be more practical.
Yes.
This is Ghana.
This is Ghana.
People are complaining. The economy, this, that. Where we are right now.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to the average Ghanaian.
Yeah.
How can the average Ghanaian budget right with this current economy?
See, I said earlier on that one of the myths why people can't budget is because you keep saying that I don't earn enough.
Yes.
And I've already given us a premise that 95% will never earn enough to start saving. The more reason why you have to start from where you are.
Where you are, okay. All right.
You just have to start from where you are because you will never earn enough.
Right.
But if you keep saying, I will never earn, you see, we call something destination addiction, why people can't be happy. Because you are hoping that happiness is in tomorrow. Happiness is connected to my next boyfriend. Happiness is connected to when I get my new car. So you keep pushing it. Oh, tomorrow, I'll be happy. When you get to tomorrow, you say another tomorrow. So you just can't. You only have a day. Everybody had 3 days. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Yesterday is a council check. Tomorrow is a promising note. Today is a real check you have. Yesterday is in the tomb. Tomorrow is in the womb. Today is in the thumb. So today is the only day you have. If you can't start from where you are, you keep, I don't have enough. I understand. The economy is a reason why you have to discipline yourself to start. Start with 2 CD. Start with 1 CD. It's a discipline. I said earlier on that it's an action and a practice that you must take yourself to and become a pattern. It become a habit. So it doesn't come by wishing. It doesn't come involuntarily. Nobody become better involuntarily. Hey, to better your English, you wake up one day and you're speaking better and you are saying, well, you know, with the detrimentalizing of the situation and the jeopardizing. Hey, you don't speak like that. You have to be, you must learn. Nobody become better unintentionally. To become better, you have to be intentional, the law of intentionality. So people should stop saying that the economy is hard. There are more reasons why. If today is hard, tomorrow will be more harder. So if you don't want tomorrow to be more harder, take the hard today and discipline yourself and start. Why? Because I said hard time will produce strong people.
Hard times indeed produce strong people. Now let's wrap this up. This one is important because we need mentors to walk us through this journey. Can you share success story or case studies of individuals who transformed their financial situation through effective budgeting?
Well, I use myself.
Okay.
Yes, I use myself. You know, I was trained as a teacher. So I went to Accra College of Professional Coaching, Training College. Now, when I finished school, we were on allowance. They pay us 49 Ghana. I can remember. Our allowance when I finished school were posted. 2009, it was 49 Ghana cedi. Then guess what I did? 49 Ghana, because of my financial prudence, I decided that 49 Ghana cedi, I'm going to live as if I am still in school. I'm still in school. What that means is that the gari we eat, the shito we eat, I was still
also actively eating it.
Actively eating it. Whilst all the expenditure I use, the 49 for, I saved to buy books. Now I don't buy books again, so that money I was keeping it. Okay. So by the time our back pay came, I had about half of that money already available.
Wow.
Number two, when the back pay also arrived, most of my colleagues, money has come now. So what do they want to do? They want to enjoy. Some went and bought fridge, bought TV, bought a new phone. They were spending because like I said, your behavior when you earn money, you receive money. It's your financial behavior. That determines whether you're going to be broke or poor. I decided after I pay my tithe, I gave my offering. The rest of the money, I left it still in the bank. And I was still paying myself now 49 Ghana cedi out of my salary. So salary is around 290 Ghana cedi. I was paying myself 49 Ghana cedi. I still kept the money because I knew that I could still live on the 49 Ghana cedi for another 1 year. Because I want to raise capital. After another 1 year, I had another back pay. From where? The money, the salary that I was being paid, that I was paying myself, only a snippet out of 49. The rest was being kept at the bank for me. This was how I started. I entered into wealth. So I was a teacher. When they are listening to me, they can find my school. I never look like a teacher. I dressed like this to class. I bought cars. By the time I left the classroom, I've given out over 3 cars. Before I left the class, before I stopped teaching. Yeah, I bought 4x4. I was blessed. And people, how did you do that? Financial frugality. The same amount that you were spending, you were wasting. I was frugal enough because it's not easy to accumulate money. With financial discipline, you can do that. So my success story is that. So when I'm teaching this, it's practical. That anybody at all can grow into wealth. The little you are earning, if you can manage it well, it is enough. If you can manage it well, it will grow well. If you can manage it well, it will grow into abundance. So if you see me today, you are a blessed guy, you are worth, blah, 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 it starts from there. Hardly will somebody give me a bulk of money. I've always believed in what? Accumulation. The power of accumulation. Even every bank now knows the power of what? Everyday susu. So almost all the banking institutions now have a particular area, a section where the people go around to collect daily collection, because daily accumulation, the power of compounded interest is great. So I am the #1 success story.
You are indeed the #1 success story. We are really happy to. I have learned a lot, and this is no conversation for TV. This is real live
masterclass.
Masterclass.
Masterclass 101.
Go and watch it again on X, on our page on X, MX24 on X. Just go and watch this conversation again, because I have been taught this morning right here on our lifestyle conversation. I'm super excited, Apostle. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you
so much for coming.
This is free of charge.
It's free, free. It's free. Because usually these lectures you have to pay to attend all these lectures, of course.
So up next is the plug, guys. Is the plug. We're going to have a great conversation right here. We'll be right back.